Greetings, YouTube. A commenter on one of my videos recently, and I apologize because I don't remember who it was, suggested that in the same theme as some of the post-apocalyptic weapons I have developed here on my channel, that I should create a stop sign shield, which is a classic trope from post-apocalyptic fiction and role-playing games and probably video games. So I decided that it would be a pretty darn good idea. There's one small problem with this sign. Well, it's actually not to scale, and it's a refrigerator magnet. However, that one is to scale. This is an actual 24 by 24 inch official stop sign. And I purchased it online, and I got a really good deal from Stop Sign Express. That's XPRESS, no E, so stopsignxpress.com. And it was a very reasonable price of $29, shipping included. So I was quite pleased with that, and the arrival was timely, and it showed up in excellent condition. To further my endeavors here, we have bolts, washers, nuts that have nylon liners so they lock in place, a grip, and two belts. This belt is going to become the strap for the actual forearm, and this belt is going to become the two mounting points for this belt. So I'm going to turn these two here into mounting portions. I'm just going to cut the belt up, make a loop, and bolt that to the shield, and this is going to go through the two loops. I'm going to be using the same spacing as my riot shield, which means I have to take some measurements, and I need to lay out the back so that I get the holes centered in this way along these axes here, and then centered along the center axis there. So that is my goal. I was kind of hoping that this would end up like perfectly, on the red, so that I wouldn't have to drill through some of the white. But I get the feeling I'm going to have to put bolts through there like that. I don't think there's anything I can really do about it. Just the way it's going to fall. Obviously, this handle will be on the back side, not on this side. The belts, however, they're going to end up outside the letters, so that'll be cool. So I'll only be obscuring one of the letters if I don't look. If I, it may not end up there. I'm not sure yet. I got to start doing some layout. But this is my latest project, and I'm hoping I can get it done today. Alrighty, so I've done the layout, and this is what we're looking at here. These two dots, that one there and that one there, will be where I'll be drilling holes for the grip. And unfortunately, it goes through the S. I can't really do anything about that. That is just simply the center. That T right there, that dot is the center this way and that way for the measurement. It's approximately 12 inches from side to side. I actually ended up putting it an inch closer to this side because I thought it was 13 at first, but an inch. And I actually would rather have an extra inch on that side over here for more elbow protection. And that is going to be the D-ring. I've got that's just a weight at the moment, because if I take the weight off, it'll just flap open. So this is going to be the strap for the arm, and there's going to be one there, and that's where I'm going to drill the hole for the bolts that'll go through. And I'll just take this here, and I'm just going to cut with a crafting knife an X on both sides, and then just shove the bolt through there. This doesn't have to be perfect because I will be holding it in with washers and a locking nut, so that's okay. As far as the handle goes, you notice a little bit different. I have put a piece of bike tire on here to add a little grip, and I put a roll of foam inside. This was actually a mouse pad that some company sent me in a package. And I opened the package up. I think it might have been a knife or something, or a flashlight. And I was like, what is this blue thing? And it was just a really thin, flimsy mouse pad that I have rolled up, put a piece of duct tape on it to hold it into a roll shape, and now that's going to give me a little extra padding. And again, this is all scavenged materials for the most part. I mean, this is a handle I bought at the hardware store, but this kind of handle is, you could be found on garages or in sheds. So these are all scavenged concepts. For example, these two belts could be easily scavenged from someone's home, but I happen to buy them at a thrift shop for $2 a piece. So, you know, there you go. And I still have a nice big piece of belt left for some future craft project. We'll see what that ends up being. So now I'm going to take a nail set, and I'm going to mark a dimple in each dot I've made so that I can drill safely into the aluminum without hopefully without the drill, you know, skittering hither and yon. So that is the next stage. Alright, to show you how I'm going to be drilling this, I have the divots I made with the nail set, and I have this clamped to my table, so it's not going to be able to move, and I'm just going to drill straight through, reposition it, and drill the other 3 holes. This way I can guide the drill carefully, and I'm not going to have to worry about the sign spinning on me. At least, you know, that's kind of the theory. I wish I had a drill press. Don't have a drill press. Drill presses are awesome. Hopefully someday I will own one. So here is the final stage, and these are the tools I used: a wrench, a screwdriver, and an X-Acto knife. I used the X-Acto knife to cut the holes through these straps to pass the bolts through. We have a nut, nylon lined nut that acts as a lock washer. A washer. Let me give you a flip. And there we have the completed shield. And these are completely away from the letter, so that's cool. And this actually doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's a very small, you know, silver dot. It's not obscuring the S in any way, shape, or form, so it's still very clear. I was kind of worried that the bolts I was going to use were going to have larger washers, but the size of the handle, the size of the hole of the handle, dictated what size bolt I used. These are 10/24s, if I'm not incorrect. And this is the belt. This belt is just, you know, just being used just as it would if you ordered your body. So this is way too small for me. I have no idea. It was in a guy's rack, but it's a very thin guy. Whoever put this one on, whoever owned this belt before me. But like I said, I got this for $2, and I got this belt for $2, and I still got a whole lot of this belt left, so I can use for other future crafting projects. And next up, bonus footage. And here is the promised bonus footage. And we have modeling my new shield and carrying my Bushman spear, which is from a knife that I made myself. Well, not the knife, but the spear. Is Lara, the barbarian warrior, holding the new stop sign shield. Now we're going to take a look at the inside, and you can see how it's used and carried. So you see straps across the arm. The attachment points are slightly askewed, but that's not a big issue. You're never going to really care about that. But it does give decent coverage for a person of my wife's size, and she's 5'2". So it would cover a little less, but it's very light, so it gives you a lot of opportunity to be dynamic in its motion. Correct. So that, folks, is my new stop sign shield.